Hi there and welcome to part 3 of our MDS Basics videos. Today we're going to be talking about text. So on my page I've got two different text boxes. I've got this one, and I've also got this one where it says remember. This day right here is actually a stamp set, which you can tell once again because as I clicked on it, it brought up the stamp set design palette. So that said, let's get on to finding out how we can add these two pieces of text. So we go onto our page where we've already added our pictures and our backgrounds. And let's just go up and click on text. So, first thing first, we add text, and it's going to add a text box to our page. You can click off it if you want, kind of drag it to where you want it, resize it. You can always go back and do these things afterwards too, but if you want to do them first, that works as well. So now to get back in it, you just double click. So I want it to say, "You were so sweet with your pretty flower from Grandma's garden. Carried it around and shared the smell with everyone." Now you can see the standard font that it puts it in is Arial and size 12, and it's really small. At least when you're on a 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, it looks really small. If you're on a card, it would actually look pretty big. But I'm not really a fan of Arial, and I want to switch it up and make it a little prettier than that. So I'm going to go in here, and you can actually, after you click on this, just start typing. Now I have a font called CK Dude that I like, and so as I was typing that, you can see it pulled up the font, and so then I click return and it will change it to that font for me. Now once again, still too small. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that up to a size 36, so that's much better. But I kind of want this pretty flower part, oops, to be a different font, and I know I have one that looks like flowers, so I'm going to go ahead and go and say CK Flower Garden. So now that one is a different font. Alright, what are some of the other things we can do? Depending on your fonts, you can say bold. My fonts don't support it. You can also underline them, which my fonts do support that. And you can also do italics. One of the other cool things you can do is you can change your line spacing. So if I want them to get closer together or farther apart. And you can change the tracking, which makes your letters closer together or farther apart. And you can also make it, put it in columns. I haven't actually done that one yet just because I don't like my stuff to be in columns, but if you're putting together a flyer for a class or something, I could see where columns would come in handy. Another one of the fun things is I can align it center, and it gives it just that nice, pretty look to it. I'm going to go ahead and change the color as well, because I want white text, not black. So I'm going to go into my color palette and choose white and say OK. And then actually I'm going to go right back in, and that spot where I did pretty flower, I want that to be daffodil. So that pretty flower really sticks out there. Now I am pretty happy with that. So I'm going to leave it be. But as I said, you can still edit the size of it. Oops, if I make it that skinny, now I have to make it longer. And you can move your box around. All the standard stuff you'd expect that you could do with it. I'm just going to kind of line it up in that nice open spot on the page and call it good. Alright, so once more. To add text, you click on this box. And this time I'm just going to go ahead and start typing right away. I'm going to type remember. And this font, I'm going to bring down here We're going to change it to white again. Actually, I think I had that one daffodil, didn't I? Let's check. Yep, I have that one daffodil. Let's go back to the other page and make that one daffodil. And then we're going to make it a lot bigger. And let's see, what font do I want for that one? I think I did this Candace font. Yep. Ooh, still needs to be a lot bigger though. And you have a lot of control in the size. You can pick one of their standard ones, or you can go right in here and start typing your own size. Like say I wanted size 80. So I type 80 and then return. So I think I might want 100. There, that's nice. Now you can see how it's kind of cutting off the R there. That means my box isn't quite big enough. So I just need to make it a little bigger. And so there's my Remember font. So that is how you add journaling titles to a scrapbook page without using a preset font. I hope you'll make use of this in yours. Flutter back soon. See your next piece of the puzzle, which will be embellishments.